Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Yasir Hassan. I am working as an assistant professor at a School of Management, PPT University. Subject which I will be covering is budgeting and management control. Today's topic is essential objectives, advantages, limitation of budgeting and management control. So before starting today's topic, let's brush up what we have discussed in the last session. So we have discussed about the basic concept of budget, budgetary control, management control. And just to quickly brush up, budget is something which is related with managing cash inflows and cash outflows. So budget is basically is a synchronization between income and expenditure, cash inflows, cash outflows, profit and profit, revenue and expenditures. So making a balance between cash inflows and cash outflows is known as budget or budgeting. Control is something is related with variance analysis where uh, standard objectives or goal is compared with attain objectives or goal, what has been set and what is actually achieved or attained by particular project or in particular by particular department in a given period of time. uh, when we combine these two words, budget and control, uh, it become that it becomes that budgeting of financial resources and control of financial resources in term of allocation of financial resources is called budgetary control. Whereas when we add term management with control, that means monitoring, planning, coordinating uh, uh, activities of the organization by the management. So management control is basically human intervention, behavioral intervention in achieving certain set objectives and goals, whereas budgetary control means management of financial resources, allocation of financial resources to attain particular set goals and standards. So there are few essentials of budgetary controls which need to be incorporated for the effectiveness of uh, budgetary control and management control. So basically, first point is organization for a budgetary control. So the proper organization is essential for the successful preparation, maintenance, and administration of budget. Budgetary committee is formed which comprises the department head of various departments. All the functional heads are entrusted with the responsibility of ensuring proper implementation of their respective departmental budget. So first and foremost thing is formation of budgetary committee, which look after, which monitors, which control, guide all the budgetary proceedings, all the uh, proceeding within the organization, within the department, so that certain goals, certain mission targets can be achieved. The chief executive is the overall in charge of the budgetary system. He constitutes a budget committee for preparing realistic budgets. A budget officer is the convener of the budget committee who coordinates the budget of different departments. The manager of different departments are made responsible for their departmental budget. So basically, systematic committee is formed to look after the budgetary proceedings. Without proper budgetary committee, without these individuals such as chief executive and budget officer who act as a convener, accountability will not be there. So for proper and clear, crisp accountability for responsibility, budgetary committee need to be formed. That is first and foremost essential element of budgetary control. Then budget manual. Budget manual is a document which spell out the duties and the responsibilities of the executive concerned with the budget. So the budget manual is nothing but documented rules, regulation, guidelines which need to be followed by uh, executive, need to be followed by department, so that communication gap, misunderstanding should not uh, uh, should not be there, should not be prevail while achieving certain target. Next is budget officer. So the chief executive, who is at the top of the organization, appoints some person as a budget officer. So chief executive or chief executive officer or chief financial officer or a board of members or top management of the organization appoints some person as a budget officer who will be responsible for all the proceedings. So the budget officer is empowered to scrutinize the budget prepared by the different functional heads and to make changes in them if required. So if changes are required according to current economic condition, according to some uh, rules and regulation, according to legal framework, according to political framework. So those changes are done by uh, budget officer. So the actual performance of different department is communicated to budget officer. He determines the deviation in the budget and the actual performance and takes necessary steps to rectify the deficiencies, if any. So budget officer is solely responsible for the variance analysis, for the deviation uh, if any deviation occurred uh, while while uh, while doing any particular project in a given point of time. So he work as a coordinator among different departments and monitor the relevant information. So he is the one who act as a coordinator between different departments. He also informed the top management about the performance of different departments. So he is basically bridge the gap between departments and the top management. He is the one who work as who is responsible for reporting all the proceeding of the project or any particular launch of any product or service. So he is the one, budget officer is the one who uh, provides all the relevant information to the top management. So budget officer work as a uh, as a as a as a bridge between top management and the one who are actually uh, taking care of the proceedings. So the budget officer will be able to carry out his work fully and well only if he is conversant with the working of all the departments. So obviously, budget officer is the one who must be having some or more to some extent must be having information and knowledge of all the department. Only then he will be able to understand their uh, specified problem, peculiar problems of the different department, and only then he will be able to understand and rectify if any obstacle is there. Next, budget committee. In a small scale concern, the accountant is made responsible for preparation and implementation of budget. So in a small scale organization or in a small organization which are running on a very small scale basis, the accountant or related individual is made responsible for preparation and implementation of budget. But in a large scale concern, a committee known as budget committee is formed, as we have discussed earlier. But in large scale, formal committees is formed, known as the budget committee. The head of all the important departments are made member of this committee, so that uh, everyone's opinion can be considered. And the committee is responsible for the preparation and execution of budgets. The member of this committee put up the case of their respective department and help the committee to take collective action if necessary. The budget officer act as a convener of this committee. So budget officer is one who act as a convener, who leads the budget committee, and there is a representative uh, representation of all the departments. All the departments head are involved in taking decision and giving their inputs for the effective working of the organization or effective working of the budget committee to be specific. Then comes budget period. So budget period is the length of time for which a budget is prepared. Because budget uh, budget is a time bound thing. Time is always defined in preparing a budget. Uh, it may be a long term, maybe short term, maybe 6 months, 1 year, or more than 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. Projects like national highway national highway projects or high large scale hydropower projects required more time, whereas some of the projects which are uh, quick to complete require lesser time. So but still time need to be defined because time is money. If a project is not completed in stipulated time, in defined time, then project is considered to be not a successful project. So the budget period depends upon the number of factors. It may be different for different industries, or even if it may be different in same industry on the or business, as I told you. So it depends uh, it depends on the type of project which need to be carried out. So as I told you, heavy projects, some of the projects required more time, some of the projects required less time. So according to nature of the project, according to characteristics of a project, uh, time is defined. Next, the budget period depends upon the following considerations. So these are some of the consideration on the basis of which time is defined. The type of budget: sales budget, production budget, raw material purchase budget, capital expenditure budget. So a capital expenditure budget may be for a longer period, 3 to 5 year of purchase. Sales budget may be for a 1 year. So sales basically we uh, cannot set a sales target for next 5 years, 6 years. There need to be a short time span for a sales budget, such as that for this month target sales should be so and so much of unit. Whereas in projects like metro projects, which required lots of time, which required lots of integration. So time need to be defined on the basis of nature of a project. Then nature of demand for the product, the timing for the availability of finances, economic situation of the country, and the length of the trade cycle. So these are some of the few of the things which need to be considered while preparing a while deciding a budget period. So next is determination of key factors. So budget are prepared for all functional areas. These budgets are independent and interrelated. The proper coordination among different budget is necessary for making the budgetary control a success. So each and every department have their own set targets, have their own allocated budgets. So in that sense, they are independent. But again, but on the other hand, they are also interrelated because sales budgets, production budget depends on a sales budget. So as raw material and purchase budget again depends on production budget. So to some extent they are interrelated, and to some extent they are independent. Their preparation is independent, but their functionality depends on each other. Next, a factor which influence all the other budget is known as a key factor or a principal factor. So key factor or principal factors are those factors which influence uh, other budgets. For example, uh, high demand for any particular product. Uh, for example, nowadays high demand for sanitizer uh, is there, uh, uh, considering current situation. So high demand for there's a high demand for sanitizer. So sales unit will be increased. Targets will be increased. If target will be increased, more machinery and raw material will be required. More labor will be required. So these current economic situation, current uh, uh, pandemic situation is a factor which is influencing all other budgets. So those are the those are the key factors which need to be identified. So there may be limitation on the quantity of goods concern may sell. In this case, sales will be the key factor, and all other budget will be prepared by keeping in view the amount of goods the concern will be able to sell. The sales budget set the foundation for all of the budget. Sales budget gives a path, gives a direction, and on the basis of that, other budgets will be prepared. The raw material supply may be limited, so the production, sales, cash budget will be decided according to raw material uh, budget. Similarly, plant capacity may be the key factor if the supply of other factories is easily available. So there's n numbers of factors uh, related, uh, n numbers of factors which are particular for certain budget. For example, for sales budget it is demand. For production budget it is machineries and capital expenditure. For raw material budget it's the availability of raw materials. So these are the key factors on which preparation of budget depend is decided. Then budget center is that part of the organization for which the budget is prepared. The budget center may be department, section, or a department, or any other part of the department. The establishment of budget center is essential for covering all part of the organization. The budget center are also necessary for the cost control purpose. The appraisal performance of different part of the organization become easy when different center are established. So as we have discussed in the last session, that what are responsibility centers, same goes for budget centers. Budget centers are the different department which take care of overall working and performance of the budgetary control. Now if we talk about some of the objective of budgetary and management control, so first and foremost, to ensure planning for future by setting up various budgets. The requirement and expected performance of the enterprise are anticipated. So the basic objective of budgetary control and management control uh, is to determine future goal of the organization, future strategies of the organization, and expected performance of the enterprise are anticipated. So future uh, course of the organization, future planning of the organization can be anticipated on the basis of budgetary and management control. Another objective is to operate various cost center and department with efficiency and economy. So another objective is to run different cost center and department with efficiency and economy by providing them control, by providing them guidance, by motivating them, by influencing them. Then elimination of waste and increase in profitability. So obviously, when there will be control, when there will be check, when there will be check on the variance, when there will be variance analysis, uh, if when there will be proper human interference and human check, wastage can be increased, and when wastage is increase in wastage will directly increase profitability. Then to anticipate capital expenditure for future. So by the help of budgeting, capital expenditure, which is one of the most important expenditure for any organization, it can be identified. Then another objective is to centralize the control system. So control system is centralized by, uh, this means that control is systematically done. Control provision is systematically done, since it is done by centralized body. Then correction of deviation from the established standards. So that is one of the primary objective of budgetary and management control, that if there is any deviation, it can be rectified. Then fixation of responsibility of various individual in the organization. Since budgetary control and management control create different cost center, different responsibility centers, those centers are accountable for their work. Fixation of responsibility of various individuals in the organization can be easily done. Coming to some of the advantages of budgeting and management control. So, first and foremost, there is a formal recognition of the target which the business hope to achieve. So, first and foremost, target is set, which is obviously a realistic target based on uh, proper analysis and proper uh, those targets are determined on the basis of proper analysis by using some statistical mathematical tools. Then not only departmental program are developed, over expenditures in departments are also curtailed and controlled. Since there are n numbers of checkpoint, there are n number of individual who are responsible, and they know their responsibility. So uh, not only they are responsible, but they also help in curtailing over expenditure and eliminating wastage. Then budgeting makes for the better understanding, coordinating, and harmony of action in a business enterprise, because all departments take part in budget preparation. Since preparing budget is all the department are participating, all the representative of different department are part of preparing budget. So so that uh, harmony can be created, so that proper coordination can be done, and but better understanding among the departments can be prevailed. Next, the target goals and policies of business and enterprises are clearly defined. Since responsibility centers are created, budget committee is created, uh, individuals are appointed as a budget officer, budget convener. So obviously, target goals and policies of enterprises are clearly defined and communicated to each and every department, so that any confusion cannot be should be avoided. Then deviation from predetermined plan are brought to notice through variance analysis. So variance analysis is one of the most important aspect of budgetary and management control. So on the basis of variance analysis, deviation uh, can be analyzed and can be rectified. Uh, Corrective action is stimulated by reports, statement, and personal contact. So by uh, by so corrective measures are based on the reports presented by a different department on the basis of a statement, or even by the personal one-to-one communication. Any confusion and deviation is rectified. Next, it provides management with a guidance of daily activity, thus helps determining performance and efficiency of each department, hereby leading to improvements. Since there is a daily tracking of the activities, so when activities are tracked daily, error can be minimized at maximum level. So when everyday activities are conducted flawless in a flawless manner, so overall goal of the of the organization, uh, to achieve the overall goal of the organization become a easier job. Then it inform management the progress made toward achieving the predetermined objective. Then it facilitates financial control. Obviously, when there will be less wastage of financial resources, financial control will be easier. Total capital required and price of an item can be estimated in advance. So, capital expenditure or total capital requirement, if there is any, it can be determined in advance, and proper measure can be taken, proper steps can be taken. Then budgetary control builds morale when operated in a truly managerial spirit. It should not acquire merely a clerical outlooks. Since budgetary control and preparation of budget involves participation from all the departments, and it everyone's need is considered, everyone's requirement is a top priority. So uh, by the help of that, on the basis of that, budgetary control builds morale of the individual. They can feel that their voice is heard, and they are equally important in the organization. So that actually boosts the morale and motivation of the individuals. Apart from n numbers of advantages of budgetary and management control, there are some of the limitations which are also stuck with the budgetary and management control. For example, the budget are prepared for future period. So, despite the uh, uh, best estimation, the prediction may not always come true. The future uncertainties reduces the utility of budgetary control system. So there are certain situations which cannot be controlled by management, and those are precisely known as external factors. So there are some of the external factors which cannot be controlled by or which are beyond the control of the management. So management or organization prepare a budget on the basis of internal factors, although they do consider external factors, but those external factors are out of control of organizations. So if in case of any uncertainties, uh, budgets estimates budget uh, direction cannot be fully followed. So, however, there is a provision of flexi budget is which can rectify such limitation. Then budget are prepared on the assumption that certain condition will prevail. For example, no one have ever imagined such uh, COVID and pandemic kind of situation. So it was assumed that economy will run as usual, but because of such economic condition, there no one have ever realized that outcome what they have decided will completely uh, turn upside down. So because of future uncertainties, as assumed condition may not prevail. So the frequent revision of target will reduce the value of budget, and revision involves huge expenditure too. So uh, frequent back and forth revision in budgets, it creates uh, confusion, it creates lack of confidence, and actual targets to achieve the actual target looks quite difficult. Then under budgetary control system, the target are given to every person in the organization. So the common tendency of people is to achieve the target only. There may be some efficient person who can exceed the target, but they will also feel content by reaching the target. So that can be associated with the as a limitation of the budgetary control. Since target every individual, it's a human nature that they will try to only achieve what has been given to them. So some of the skilled people, or if we can say, to summarize, we can say that uh, is, complete skill of individual is not utilized. Then the success of budgetary control depends upon the coordinating among different departments. Very true. The performance of one department affects the result of other department. So to overcome the problem of coordination, a budgetary officer is needed. Every concern cannot uh, afford to appoint a budgetary officer. The lack of coordination among different departments result in a poor performance. So to form a budgetary committee and hire a budgetary officer is not a easy task. It requires lots of financial resources as well. So every organization is not able to afford that. So in that case, uh, budgetary budget objective can go haywire. Then the budgetary control system depend on the support of top management, and the top and the management should be enthusiastic for the success of this system and should give full support for it. So if top management is self-centered, if they think if they are not concerned with the goal of the organization and they are more concerned with the personal needs and goals, then budgetary control system may also collapse. So thank you for your time and consideration. This was all about essentials of budgetary and management control, their advantage, objective, advantage, and limitation. So by now you all must be clear about the term like budget control, budgetary control, and management control. What are the objective of management and of budgetary and management control? What are the advantages? Why it is so important to implement in the organization? And what are the limitations associated with the budgetary and management control? So thank you again for your time and consideration. We'll soon come up with the next session.